Thanks so much, David, for having me into this really interesting event where we talk about the 2022 watch list and what we trade and what we see happening in 2022. Definitely, it has been a roller coaster month. I mean, guys, what's going on with the market? And we're going to talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to get right into our presentation. So today I will share with you how you too can generate a six or seven figure income, depending on your capital. Trading only 2 hours a day, the New York trading session, 2 hours and done. This is something that I have specialized in for many years. I have been a trader for many, many years. And I find that these first 2 hours are full of velocity, volatility, and everything. And they have the perfect recipe to have the proper price action for the morning setups without being chained to your computer. So trade your way to financial independence in 2022. So it's not a dream, it is a reality. We're going to show you our stats. In fact, you could go to our website. And if you go to our website, you could go after the presentation. So under services, we have 2 services that we offer, one for swing trading stocks and one for day trading futures. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, you're going to see that there's a tab there with performance, and you're going to see that we have the performance since the inception of the program, which is many, many years ago. We have transparent portfolio, and we're showing you, we're actually putting our money where our mouth is, and we're showing you how much money you can make if you join us or if you learn how to trade. So when it comes to trading, what is your 2022 goal? I mean, what is your 2022 goal? If 2021 was not good for you, if you are just dabbing into trading right now and you're trying to find, your perfect niche, you're trying to find what you're going to be doing. And if you think that 2 hours a day resonates with you, I'm going to show you exactly what I do on a day-to-day basis. And by the way, this year, if you, hear me sigh from time to time or cough from time to time, I'm going to really try to hit the mic on mute if that should happen. I'm recovering from COVID, but I have traded through the entire period with COVID. Yes, with fever, with everything else. Yes, I opened the trading room and I hit the trades on the first day of COVID. All right, so how to get started working on your goal? How do you get started? Do you have a plan? And trust me, opening a brokerage account, it's not a plan. First, you have to make sure that you have the proper trading education, because when it comes to trading, remember that you're trading with institutions. 87% of the market volume represents institutional trading, whether it's algorithmic trading or institutional trading. The rest is retail trading. So before deciding to trade, you should carefully really consider your education. Your education comes first, and then you open trading account. It's fine if you want to spend a little bit more time and trade in a simulated account. I'm not against that, but the only problem with simulated accounts is that you get very comfortable in them. You have the tendency not to treat them as your real money, and you're going to hit a lot of size. And of course, everybody likes to see the P&L go up, right? You're just going to add more size, and it's not really a great idea for long term. It's a great idea to test a strategy that you have just learned. And other than that, you could actually, today we're obviously going to talk about futures. This presentation is dedicated towards futures, and basically your watch list for 2022 will represent only 4 indices and just a handful of commodities. All right, so that's how you get started. You get started with proper education, and then you open a trading account. You practice a little bit, and then you go and practice in even in with micros. You have the opportunity now. Like, they introduced micros like 3 years ago, I think. The CME introduced the micros 3 years ago. So it is a great vehicle to learn how to trade, because 1 micro is actually 10 to the size of the full size contract. So instead of trading the hefty contract of NASDAQ or S&P or the Dow or Russell, etc., you're only trading 10th of the size. And again, you have micros available for Bitcoin, you have them available for oil, you have them available for gold. So it's not only the indices that you can trade. And then you need to have an action plan, a blueprint, right? So every architect, when they design a house, they have a blueprint. And that blueprint is going to show exactly where everything goes. Well, the same thing applies to traders. You need to have your own blueprint of how you're going to be trading that day. What is your plan going to be for that day? What do you do from the moment you wake up? You turn on the computer, what do you do? So do you check the news? Do you look at the markets? Do you establish the directional bias? Because directional bias is one of the most important things in the market. So for example, today in the trading room, guess what? We only took long trades, okay? We only took longs, okay? And you saw the market rally. In fact, you saw the market rally yesterday. The Dow went from almost 1,000 points down. It went to about 100 points up. Well, that was a considerable rally. And today we actually bought the bottom with the confirmation. So we teach these strategies that enable you to get into the safe trades. And we teach you, for example, and it's not like buying the dip. For us, it was a short squeeze. Okay. So you need to have your blueprint. Volatility is very high and will remain this way through 2022. And guess what? Well, Ukraine war or not, we don't know. I mean, there's a whole thing there that is kind of like a box of matches, right? We have FOMC tomorrow. It's actually scheduled for tomorrow. We have the FOMC rate decision. We have the press conference from 2 o'clock. They actually start, they don't start, but they are making it public at 2 o'clock, and the press conference is at 2:30, where a lot of details are going to transpire. So raising rates, tapering, I mean, this is going to be on the menu. Do you think the market likes that? No, it doesn't. So we're kind of like into that phase into the market where most likely we're going to be shorting all the rallies. Well, that will remain to be decided after FOMC tomorrow. The big deal this year is still going to be inflation. Is it going to be inflation? Is it going to go towards hyperinflation? Or is it going to get into some kind of normalcy? That also affects the market. So we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen. And we also have midterm elections in November. So definitely that becomes shaky. Typically, when we have general elections, the market tends to be very bullish into the summertime, and then becomes range bound through the summertime going into election because of the uncertainty. Now, how are these midterm elections going to impact the market? Well, typically midterm elections are semi-bullish. So they're usually a little bit more sideways than a normal election. All right. So there are a lot of things that are going to impact the market. Plus, we have GDP numbers, right? So GDP numbers are very important. Remember, three out of whack GDP numbers, and there we go into a recession. And that's why trading is so fantastic, because with trading, you can make money in a recession. We're going to make money actually faster in a recession. When markets are in turmoil, you make money faster, okay? And you can trade long or short. Now, TradeOutLoud has been named the Benzinga's overall winner out of 400 distinguished companies last year, revolutionizing fintech. That's right. You can see here at this category of the best financial literacy tool that we won. We had to compete with Finamize, GoHenry, Google Pay, and MarketWatch. So yeah, really big companies. So it is my pleasure to present to you that we have a really fantastic company that educates traders, and we put our money where our mouth is, because guess what? Everything that we teach you guys is represented into our trading room. So earlier today, when we began the presentation, I mentioned that you can make six-figure income or seven-figure income, depending on your account size, right? These are our gains for 2021. All the trades, explicit trades with the instrument, the directional buys, the entry, the stop, the targets, and the exit price are on our website, transparent as they happen, right? So they're live. You can see them on our performance sheet, and with percentages, with everything, and with gains, with losses. You can see all the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right. So last year, and by the way, the results are per contract. All the trades are per contract. Most of the days we take only one trade a day, maximum, let's say 3 to 4 trades a day. But most of the days we only take one trade per day. You don't have to take a gazillion trades, because taking a gazillion trades, you're going to kill your account. You're going to go like, oh yeah, I made a little money here. I broke even here. I lost a little here. I made a little here. Then I broke even here. That's not going to get you anywhere, because the commissions are going to kill your account. At the end of the year, when you look at your stat, you're going to be shocked of how much money you spend in commissions. So I developed this system where I trade less, basically one trade a day, maybe 2 or 3 trades a day at times. You can look through a portfolio and you can see how many trades we usually take per month. And not only that, but we have really low commissions, right? Futures already has low commissions, but why pay, right? Other than that, you're going to see that our portfolio shows you all the losers, all the break-even trades, and all the winners. And it shows you that all of the trades that are represented there are per contract. So these are the results per contract, per full-size contract. And these are day trading and also swing trading as well. We don't do many swing trades, but we do at times swing trades. So for example, right now, we're still in some trades. We're in copper, we're in corn. Corn had a brand new high today. We're in soybeans, we're in hogs. Okay, so we still have positions on. And these swing trades are to be carried usually from 2 days to a couple of months, usually in commodities. And I do have a position in gold as well. I think that gold is definitely going to go higher. Gold is the play on inflation. It really didn't go anywhere last year, but it's still very, very bullish. These are the results from 2020. You can see we have 2019, we have 2018, we have 2017. So all transparent right there. Okay. In 2020, our win ratio was over 80%, also 80% last year. So that means that out of 100 trades that we take, 80% of the trades are right on the money. All right. So a little bit about myself, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Anka Metcalf, and I'm the CEO and founder of TradeOutLoud.com, excuse me, which is a trading education firm that is focused on equities and futures for the last 19 years. I spent 10 years in investment banking, and I'm the designer of an institutional proprietary trading system that is based on price support resistance. But wait, there's a catch. Because when I look at price support resistance, I don't necessarily see supply and demand. No, that represents only probably like 20% of the equation. I look at confluence areas, because when I was day trading stocks, that's how I got started into day trading. I started day trading stocks, and then I simplify my life and say, hey, why should I trade 6,000 stocks when I can only trade 4 indices and 3 commodities or 4? So price support resistance, when I look at price support resistance, I look at multi-time frame correlation. I also look at confluence zones. So based on the multi-time frame correlation as well. So I try to find those areas that coincide throughout time frames within the same location, within the same zones, that are more prone to bouncing or rejecting from those areas. And that's how I get my win ratio of over 80%. Because I've been trading for so long, I've noticed that you know what, stocks and usually anything that you day trade, typically, but not Forex, stocks, futures, commodities, they have specific trigger times. So what that means is that they have, so you know that the market already has, you know, a system in which the market opens, it goes up. For example, at 10 o'clock, you have a reversal time. And then depending on how steep or shallow that reversal time is from 10 o'clock, I do have a slide on that to explain to you how that works. Then we can take a decision whether long or short. And these trigger times correlate with the movement of the market. So depending on what the market does at in certain periods of time. We also have specific price zones, and these are the best kept secret of institutional traders because there are 4 price points where institutional traders love to add. Not necessarily technical add, but price adds. I also focus on chart synchronicity, which is super helpful because on a day like today, if we have enough time, I will show you, you will see that, for example, NASDAQ falling apart, and we have the Dow and S&P that have a little, and even Russell that has a little bit more strength than NASDAQ. So NASDAQ, relative weakness. So why is this important? Because when you evaluate a trade, you want to see what leads and what lags, because based on that, you can take a decision on whether long or short for that day. And of course, I apply a strict set of trading rules and a 10-point scoring system that allows me and my traders to identify trade with these. And we have different formations, etc. And of course, I do specialize on high velocity moves. So I like to get in and out, but fast. So I look for pockets of volume accumulation, and then I look at the pattern, I look at the setup, and I take the trade. I don't take a trade if I don't have a pre-plan for the trade. So I know exactly my entry area. I don't wing the entry. I know exactly where my entry is. I know exactly where my stop is. I know exactly where my targets are, and I know what to do when I get into my targets. I like to scale out of my targets because I trade with a little bit more size. You don't have to. You could actually carry the whole entire position if you want. This is a personal preference, and that's why trading is so personal, and you have to know what your options are. I, for example, like to scale into targets. I like to scale at target 1, scale at target 2, and for the rest and the remainder of the trade, I like to keep it open, and I want to let the market take me out. I'm not taking out myself out of the trade. Okay. All right. So let's get started. If you guys want to hear more about and learn more about Trade Out Loud, you can definitely go to our website or social media. Today's presentation is all about the difference between futures and stocks that I'm going to share with you that are so evident. We're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of trading different markets, right? Stock market versus futures market, or even Forex market, right? Forex market is literally like trying to pet a lion, okay? It's a lot rougher than trading stocks or futures. You definitely have to know your time frame. You have to know how you trade futures. How to trade Forex. So Forex is a little bit tougher. You could trade Forex through futures. So you could trade currency pairs, or you could trade currencies with futures. And I have traded for many years Forex. So I have experience in that field. I've incorporated everything into futures. We're also going to learn about an income producing strategy designed to work in the least amount of time, in those 2 hours. I'm going to show you why I chose those 2 hours. Why are they so important? And a question everybody wants to know: how much money can you make day trading or swing trading? But first of all, in order for you to get started trading, you need to have that burning desire that you really want to make it work for you. And that's what I had. So when I quit my job and I started day trading, it was a totally different ballgame. I had to take tons of classes. And then I was fortunate enough to have mentorship that enabled me to not have losses. Yeah, that's right. You heard it right. I did not start trading with losses. I did not, because I had guided mentorship throughout my trading career. So I don't know what it is like to blow up an account. I have no idea how it is to blow up an account, because everything that I have learned is to be super calculated and to be super organized in my trading and always respect my trading plan. You don't have a trading plan, shut your computer down and do not turn your platform on until you have a plan of what to do, where to buy, how to read the trend, what you're going to trade, have a watch list, have a trading universe, etc. So there are a lot of components into the trading plan. You need to have a trading plan. We actually develop a unique trading plan for our traders, so they don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is something that they get the course. And you have to have the education, and about education, not the foundation, because hey, you're trading against the smartest minds in the industry. You're trading against or with algorithms. So if you're telling me that you're just learning right now support resistance and you're going into the market opening an account, guess what? You're going to blow that account. You need to be super educated when it comes to trading. Discipline to follow the plan. I know a lot of traders that, and I receive emails every single day, like literally hundreds of emails every single day. And we try to respond to these emails. And one of the emails that struck me, received it last week, saying that, hey, I knew that I was making a mistake, but I did it anyway. Okay. That is lack of following the plan. It's not about trading psychology. No, it is about you respecting your plan. You have no respect for your money, and therefore you don't have a plan on how to trade and what to trade. You know you're doing it wrong, yet you're doing it anyway. And if you're expecting a good result, well, that's the definition of insanity. Patience. You have to wait for the opportunity. It is super important to wait for the trade to set up. Just because the market is open and the candlesticks are going up or down doesn't give you the right to jump into a trade. And especially when you're trading the futures market, you have to wait 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 45 minutes at a time before a setup develops, sometimes even more. You're not getting setups every 5 seconds. You're not. It is literally absolutely impossible. Okay, it's impossible. Good velocity trades take time to develop. They don't just develop. If you're trading the stock market, then you have 6,000 stocks that you can select from, and then you could actually find trades every 5 minutes or so. Focus, no distractions. When you're trading, it's just you and your computers. There's no browsing on the internet, no Twitter, no Facebook, no Instagram, no social media, no phones. You're not answering texts. No, it's just you and the market. Why? Because it's your job. It's your job. And you only have a 2-hour per day job. And you have to stay focused on your job. Now, the human mind, the reason why I trade just 2 hours a day, the human mind, and you can find this on the internet, the human mind cannot focus more than 30 minutes at a time. It's true. There have been studies made, and the human mind cannot focus more than 30 minutes at a time. And after 30 minutes, the human mind goes in a commercial break. And the phases of the market, the market phases are literally from 30 minutes to 30 minutes. There's a first phase is when the market opens into 10 o'clock. And then the second phase is from 10 o'clock to 10:30. And then the second phase is into 11 o'clock. Okay. Then you have to have conviction. If you don't have conviction about the trade, you do not take the trade. And for this, you need to know how to evaluate the market, how to do, how to read the market. Are you going long? Are you going short? I mean, what is the directional bias? You need to know where the market is going. And of course, perseverance. It's not like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to try it for a month and then, I'm just going to do something else and I'm going to sell on Amazon and then maybe I'm going to go back to trading. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try this trading thing for a couple of weeks. And then if I don't make money in a couple of weeks, then yeah, I'm going to start selling on Amazon. Okay. It doesn't work like that. In trading, you're either dedicated every single day or you're not. Guys, you need your 10,000 hours in the market before you become really consistent and really, really, really profitable. So trade from home and generate an income, whether it's $500 to $5,000 a day. So for example, today, we took a trade in the Dow. We made like 150 points in it. Okay. That's 150 points in the Dow. Right. In one trade. That's it. In one trade. And Dow is the cheapest index to trade. Right. Because the Dow, 1 point in the Dow is $5. So today, if you were in the trading room and trading with my traders, you would have made $750 today on one trade at 10 o'clock, done in about 10 minutes. That was your work day. But your work day comes after hours and hours and 10,000 hours of education and staring at charts, learning patterns, learning trends, learning technical analysis, learning setups. Okay. We trade with the institutional money flow. I don't follow the institutional money flow. We are in sync with the institutional money flow. Following someone means chasing someone because you're already seeing their action and you're trying to catch up with them. We're in sync with them. We focus on high velocity moves. We trade from about 9:30 to 11:30, 2 hours and done. We focus on 4 charts indices. These are on a day-to-day menu. Do we look at other commodities or bonds or et cetera? Absolutely. We deploy precise strategies at specific times and locations. We apply simplified management, like I mentioned before. And of course, you have unlimited income potential. In trading, there's no average. You're either great or you're not making money, right? What to trade? I specialize in the indices in the morning because they carry velocity every single day. So I trade 4 indices, the Dow, the S&P, NASDAQ, Russell, and you can see that we're trading major markets in futures. Energy, we have crude oil, Brent oil, crude oil. This is the focus right here. We have it every single day on the chart in the room. Today we had a moderate bullish above level at 84.50, and we had 2 targets. Actually, I'm sorry, we had 3 targets. We had one at 84.80, 85, and 85.50. Guess what? Hit all targets today. All targets. That is pre-planning. That is pre-planning. You could also trade cocoa, cotton, soft, etc. You could trade bonds. You could trade metals like gold and silver. And by the way, these are big watches for this year. They have been dormant for about 1.5 years. Grains, currencies, etc. Okay, these are our charts for today. Okay, you see this bottoming tail? We actually bought it way below. We bought it at 550. We had another 15-minute rotation trigger at 650 here. That pushed the market higher, and then it became sideways. I was done here. Okay, but you can see here that we have support, left the trading room open, and we have traders that took the price all the way to the bullish above. And then what they did is they stayed in mega profits all the way into the next bullish above area. Okay, so this is what they did. You can see here that NASDAQ has flirted with a double top formation, wasn't able to sustain the bullish above. Nobody was trading it. But we have these levels, and I'm going to teach you in our classes how to create these levels. They cannot be duplicated by automatic trading. No algorithm can program this because they keep it super tight. And this is the best that you can have. It takes about 10 minutes, at roughly 5 to 10 minutes, to trace these levels, which are super easy to trace every single morning or every time you come in front of the computer and decide to trade. Maybe you want to trade at 7 o'clock. Maybe you want to trade at 11 o'clock at night. The futures market is a 24-hour market. You can see here our level, bullish above level. Okay. And you can see once the price action gets above this level, bam, it goes up. Look at, and by the way, today, we had a bullish above level in gold. You can see it right here. Okay. It was into 1844.9. Bam, instant gratification. Price went up. The trail was at 50 for the day trade. And then we had another setup. Inside bar, 15-minute rotation back into the highs. Okay. So trading can be that simple if you have the proper knowledge and if you know, okay, if you know what to do. We also have bearish on a close below here. You can see that we have the notations. Wide support area here as well. You can see support zone here. All right. So we expected this bounce to happen. We knew it was going to happen. So trading is a rule-based system. It's about finding high-odds trades, waiting for a setup, fine and precise executions, money management skills, because you need to know how to trail. How do you trail? A lot of traders, 99% of the traders, when they, you know what they do? They see the target, they take their money and run because they have no idea how to manage. Well, in reality, all, and I mean 100% of the institutional traders let the market take them out. They trail, they know how to trail. They have trailing skills. And of course, mindset, right? All right, so why futures? Well, first of all, you could take on a short position with these. You don't have the uptick rule like you have it in the stock market. You have the advantage of buying power, which is a big deal for futures. You can make a lot of money with little money. You have reliable volume. Yeah, and don't think that you can lose the money. No, because you're going to apply position sizing, which is a super amazing concept, right? So position sizing is key to trading. Position size is going to blow your account, or it's going to make you a 7-figure income trader. Okay. You are actually going to trade major markets like NASDAQ, etc. The S&P. You're going to trade for income or for wealth. So what is trading for income? Anybody knows what income trading is and wealth trading is? Just let me know. Just type it in the room. Income means day trading. You're in and out on the same day. Wealth means that your money is working for you. So it means you're swing trading or investing. Okay. So when you're trading for income, this is something that we do every single day in the trading room. We trade for income. Okay. And then we have our long-term money into swing trades or investments. We have different tick values and price ranges, which is phenomenal. I was talking to you guys about YM. So YM is the cheapest index because 1 point is $5. The S&P 1 point is $50. NASDAQ is $20 for 1 point, and Russell is $50 for 1 point. So they're different values. You don't have a big account, you can have a small account. You can have a $5,000 account. You could still trade futures. You can trade minis or micros. You don't need to use a scanner because you're only staring at 4 charts or 6 charts. Okay. No special indicators. You saw that, you know, apart from some moving averages that I use and those levels, which are not indicators. That's not an indicator. That is a level to buy or sell. Clear level. And it takes you on the right side of the trade. Okay. It shows you the right side of the trade. Now, the one thing that I like in the futures market, there's no pump and dump. So nobody can come on CNBC and say, hey, you know what? There's going to be some kind of offering, or there's going to be some kind of, you know, event or something that is going to happen in this stock, or the CEO is going to do this, or no, there's no pump and dump. It's safe from rumors, no manipulations, no downgrades, no upgrades. And it's a 24-hour market. So if I want to trade right now, I could start, doing my levels. I could start looking at the market, and guess what? When the market opens at 6 o'clock, I'm ready. I'm ready to trade. Account size. Now, as you know, one of the reasons many traders gravitate towards futures trading is the relatively low startup cost. So for example, usually requires about $30,000 to open a stock day trading account, and you have to maintain at least $25,000 to keep your day trading status. The futures markets allow you to open an account for as little as $5,000, and best of all, you do not have to maintain that amount, because as long as you have sufficient cash in your account to cover the margin requirements to trade the commodity or index micro, right? You could actually have a balance of $700 to $800, and guess what? You can still trade futures. But you need to have realistic expectations. That's very important. So I'm going to show you an example right now. I'm going to share with you two charts. First of all, the advantage of the futures, right? So let's say the Qs are trading at 365, and you need about $14,000 to get 100 shares. And if the price goes up 50 cents, then you make 50 bucks, because each cent is $1. So if the trader wants to trade the mini NASDAQ, which let's say is at 15,000, the trader needs about $17,000 to buy a contract. And by the way, this fluctuates depending on the value, depending on the market conditions, because when the market is volatile, and when usually around elections or different events like pandemic or then they raise the margin requirements. Why? Because they want to limit the amount of traders that are trading. They want to make sure that only bigger accounts have access to trading, because smaller accounts are more likely to blow up. So if the price goes up 50 points, then you're going to make, guess what? $1,000, because each point is $20. So this is an example that I did last year. And we actually took the same setup. You can see that I have really clean charts, right? You can see price action. Price action is key, guys. Don't want any arrows, squiggles, or anything like that. All right. So what we did is we bought 100 shares, excuse me, of the Qs at $16,200, and the buying power was $16,200. We got 100 shares. Price went up based on our setup, breakout, etc. Moving from one level to another, we made $237. Well, with this, with the buying power, that's really great for a day trade, right? At the same time, we took NASDAQ with the same pattern, same trade, same formation. Excuse me. We took it long, and we got one contract because we wanted to match the buying power. So the buying power for the Qs was a little bit over 16,000. This was 17,000. But this time around, with the same pattern, same amount of time in the trade. And by the way, the trade duration was about 20 minutes. We made $2,000 in this in NASDAQ compared to $200 made in the Qs. Here it is, 180. Oh, I'm sorry. Oops, here. $237 made in the Qs, same buying power. Guys, do you realize this? Same buying power, same timing, 20 minutes, trade duration, 20 minutes. But wait, there's more. You have a small account. Say, hey, you know what? I don't know. I can't make a lot of money with a small account. Well, guess what? If you have a $5,000 account size and you take this trade, $1,700 buying power, you take one contract of the micro, that's $181. Last time I checked, that's about 5%. That's about 5% in what? 20 minutes. Okay. So why 2 hours? I like to trade the New York trading session. I like the overlap of the London session and the New York trading session. There's a lot more volume, a lot more volatility, and this is the sweet spot from 9:30 to 11:30. Day trading the market rhythm. I was telling you guys earlier that the market has a certain rhythm. It opens at 9:30, and then it goes either up or down or sideways, remains sideways into 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, there's a decision. It's either going to break out or it's going to do a shallow pullback. Or if it's going to do a full retracement to the lows, then guess what? The market is going to go back lower. Okay. So my favorite time to trade is actually either early in the morning, 9:32 to 9:35, Or if we don't have anything setting up, I like to wait until 10:30. 10:30 is a really good time because 10:30 gives you the opportunity to see what the market is up to, right? You have 1 hour of trading activity. Okay. And then at 11 to 11:30, European markets close. And then at 11:30 to 1:30, the doldrums, right? The doldrums are in full swing. Morning patterns that work about, oops, sorry about that. Oops. Okay. All right. Morning patterns. Okay. I don't know what to do here. Hold on just 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. Here's the slideshow again. Oops. All right. Here we go. All right. So morning patterns, these work 80% of the time. Okay. 80% of the time. So market opens at 9:30, and if it goes up into 10 o'clock, then guess what? If you do take a trade here, and if you don't have strategy on how to trade the open, then you wait for a pullback. Typically, shallow pullbacks are prone to rotation that may continue back into 11:30. Or you have a chop market in the morning like we had today. We had a little bit of a swing down in price action, and then it was pretty much rangy. And then once we break above the range into 10 o'clock, we go higher. Shallow pullback is exactly what the market did. Okay. Now, as you know, the stock market and the futures market, right? The stock market is open from 9:30 to 4 o'clock. Now, the futures market is open 24 hours, 6 days a week. Would you rather trade a market that is literally closed from 4 o'clock, right? You may miss opportunities, right? If there's a conflict that is going on, I don't know, with Ukraine, right? There's a time difference of about 7 to 8 hours with Ukraine. So guess which market is going to react? The futures market. So you can take advantage of that. At the first sign of conflict, or God forbid, I don't want any conflict, but at the first sign of conflict, what do you think is going to happen? Right? So in these situations, typically gold and oil go higher, indices implode, volatility goes up. All right. So that's your game plan right there. So is it easy to succeed in trading? Well, it's not hard if you have the proper mentorship. Okay, so you have to get to work, keep working, don't stop, stay at it, because trading is something that you're not going to learn in one day. Okay, trading is more of a marathon, it's not a sprint, and success is actually closer than you think, because when it comes to trading, simplifying is your recipe for success. But you have to understand one thing, that trading is a full system. Trading is not, oh, I'm going to learn a strategy, or I'm going to learn the trend. I'm going to trade with the trend. I'm going to learn mindset, or I have to gain just experience and just watch charts, or I'm just going to pay attention to. No, it's all. So you have to have access to everything. So before you dive in, make sure that you know what the sharks are doing, right? Who are the sharks? Institutions. They create the waves, right? So you're either trading with them or against them. And they love to snack you for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, right? So who are your sharks? Hedge funds, institutional traders, portfolio managers, big prop trading companies, market makers, etc., hedgers, algos. So the next time you jump in a trade, think about this. 10% of the traders make money from the rest of the 90% of the traders. So you want to be in the 10%. You don't want to be in the 90%. That's the elite. These are the traders that are putting the effort to learn how it's done. If trading was easy as reading a book from Amazon or just buying an indicator online saying, oh, $350, we're going to show you how to trade. It's going to show you entries. It's going to show you this. So what are you going to do with that entry? If you don't know how to manage the trade, if you don't know setups, if you don't know strategies, if you don't know management, if you don't know mindset, you're going to screw that up. Really. So you have to make sure that you go back to the drawing board and simplify your trading. Learn how it's done. I love futures because I create my income from home. So I day trade, also swing trading and invest. You get to supplement your income. So it's the best time to learn how it's done. This is going to be a rough year. I'm going to tell you right now, this 2022 is going to be a rough year. It has started with tons of volatility and will continue like that. You have a limited income potential. You can trade the market long or short. It's recession and depression proof. You go in a recession, you make more money. Is it a depression? You're still going to make money. Show me a job where we're going to make money, whether it's a recession or depression. You have control over your time. You decide your hours. And based on your trading hours, you develop your strategies and your time frames, what you're going to be trading. So can anybody make money in the market? Well, I'm going to tell you something. If you lose money in the market, you can make money in the market. It's just you have to change your mentality. And of course, you have to have the proper trading education. In trading, you should only have 4 outcomes. You're either going to have big wins, home runs, for example, like on 150 day, and that was a good day. Okay. You have to have small wins. For example, yesterday we had 2 trades. In the first trade, we traded the Dow because the S&P, S&P and NASDAQ were super volatile. So we flipped to Dow, it was a little bit more evident and it carried a little bit more strength. The first trade, we lost about 130 points. And in the second trade, we made 100 points. So roughly down about 30 points. That's nothing, peanuts, because we go for the big points. We don't even talk in ticks. What is a tick? All right. So we trade with a structural approach. We trade live every single day. Super successful trading system that actually trades in sync, not follows the institutional money flow in the first 2 hours, and enables us to profit on momentum moves at specific times, locations, and precise patterns. Who else does that? Algos. Algos are programmed to fire at specific times, locations, and technical patterns. So we're mimicking with our levels the most sophisticated algorithmic institutional systems. Our method overrides news events, any artificial indicator earnings, and even dark pools. So trade an institutional grade trading system. This, what we teach, is an institutional grade trading system. It is the closest thing that you can get to hedge fund trading, trade or institutional trading. Trade stress-free institutional levels. Precise buy and sell zones. We're not going to wing and say, oh yeah, this is a buy area. Oh yeah, this is a buy area. Yeah, this is support. Yeah, buy it into the support, and then here's resistance. It has to go there. And then you know what? Good luck. No, we don't do that in our trading room. In the trading room, you're going to hear me say, hey, YM is a long at 550. We're going to put the stop on, I don't know, 500 or 200 or whatever it is. And then the targets are this, and that. And after the trade fires, triggers, I'm on the mic 100% of the time, trailing the trade live. The difference between a novice trader and an institutional trader or a trader that knows what's doing is that they can trail live. How many of you guys have seen a trading room where your moderator, your instructor, your head trader is trailing for you? They're saying, good luck, see ya. And then they come back later and say, oh, did you see it went into resistance? Awesome, jackpot. Or if it swings down and then it goes back up, oh, I didn't stop out. Oh no, not me. All right. So if you want to make 6 or 7 figures income in 2022, you need to make a decision, and make a decision fast. Money's not waiting for you. All right. And there's plenty of money in the market, billions of dollars. You want a slice of that? We take a slice of that every single day in the market. Well, not every single day, because like I said, we have days where we lose a little bit, but overall, we haven't had a losing month in like years, probably like, I don't know, maybe 8 years, 9 years or something like that. And that is, no, I'm lying. We had a losing money. I'm going to tell you right now, was per contract was about $600 loss. It was in 2018 with the volatility that we had in December. That was a losing money. And other than that, I don't even remember when that was. All right. So if you want to trade stress-free institutional levels, and if you want to trade this institutional grade trading system, This program is for you only if you're losing money in the market, only if you want to make it in the market and say, hey, I have a system now where I can trade stocks, I can trade futures, I can trade forex, I can trade anything. It's a universal system. You're going to learn how to trade everything. So if you don't have a system, if you don't have a process that eliminates emotions, if you lack confidence, this course is going to change your life. Don't take my word for it. You know, we have 1-day passes if you're interested in see how our trading room operates. And you could join for a day and say, hey, you know what? I just want to see what this trading is all about. And I just want to talk to some members because guess what? You know what? I want to see what other members are saying. 100% satisfaction, 100% satisfaction. We're having so much fun. It's killer. We have fun and we're making money every single day. It is a system that teaches you when to buy, where to buy, what to buy. We teach you advanced risk money management, we teach you strategies, advanced technical analysis skills. You could actually go to the website. We have some of the chapters that are highlighted there. We have way more than that. We teach you the most powerful day trading and swing trading patterns and how to use simply yet powerful indicators and really more, okay? We teach you the entries, the stop, target management, position sizing. We teach you how to maximize your gains and minimize your losses using money management concepts. Market timing. Remember I talked earlier about the market timing? That's only the tip of the iceberg. Excuse me. So if you're getting in a trade and saying, hey, you know what? I got in this perfect trade, but it digged me out and then it went back up or it went back down. Is because you took it out the wrong time in the market. You have to wait. So if you're interested in our course, we didn't have a course in January because obviously I was very sick with COVID and I'm still recovering right now. I'm still feeling the fatigue and the brain fog and all that crappy stuff that comes with that. But I'm fine now, so I'm very fortunate. I'm fine. So this is a live online course. You could be anywhere in the world and you can attend. It is the Power Income Futures Day Trading course. It is the most popular course that we offer. The tuition is $5,999. Like I said, we didn't have a course in January, and the next course is going to be February 21st through the 25th. It's going to be 5 days, but you're also going to get tons of recordings. So this is the live portion where I teach you the course, 2 to 3 hours. It says 2 to 4, but it's a little bit longer than that. So make room in your schedule till about 5. All right. And we do have an early bird special. If you join now by the end of the month. So it has to be by the end of the month because the course is February 21st. You're going to have 3 months trading room access. Other than that, you're going to have to pay for the trading room. So that's $1,000 off. Plus you are going to have, and this is literally priceless, you're going to have 12 personal coaching sessions with me. Let me repeat that for you. 12 personal coaching sessions with me. You know my time is so valuable and I'm offering this for you. It's a value of $6,900 and you're going to get 1 coaching session, personal coaching session per month. Can you imagine? Like, I wish that when I started day trading, I would have had this offer. This is a game changer to have a mentor and say, hey, here's what I'm doing wrong. Here's what I'm doing right. Here's how you can get them back on track. Okay. So it is a professional trading program. Remember, it's voted the best in the industry by Benzinga, voted the best industry out of 400 companies, 400 financial companies. So if you want to join, you could go to TradeOutLoud.com/futures, or you can email us at info@TradeOutLoud.com. So thanks so much, everyone. Thank you, David, for having me here today. I'm really looking forward, guys, to working with you and keep getting you on that 6 to 7 figure income program. Thanks so much, guys. All right. Thank you so much, David. Yes, absolutely. You can use your IRA account for futures. Okay, David, I can't hear you. I don't know. There's something really weird.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay.